Welcome to the Guthrie America podcast, where we sit down with the amazing people who do life in our community and who are from here, because I believe, ladies and gentlemen, I believe that every story should be told. I'm on a mission to have a conversation with everyone. I'm your host, Heady Coleman, and today, ladies and gentlemen, I got a special person in the room. Really special, okay? So I just want you all to go ahead and sit down, get your popcorn, get ready to listen to wisdom, get ready to listen to amazing stories that she'll be willing to share, ladies and gentlemen. She's an educator, she's a mom, she's a grandma, she's a farmer, she's all the things. She's a miracle. Ladies and gentlemen, I am sitting down today with Joyce Colbert. But before we jump into the conversation with Joyce, would you please go ahead and subscribe to the podcast on all your favorite spots, Apple, Spotify, YouTube. Go ahead and subscribe, leave a review. I would deeply appreciate that. Shout out to North Church Guthrie. We are in the building right now. We're recording this episode, and so I'm so thankful that they let us use the facility to be able to have these conversations with the amazing people here in Guthrie, America. Thank you for your sponsorship, North Church Guthrie. If you don't have a church home, come try it out. It's Thursday night, 7:05, Sunday, 9:30 and 11. Joyce, how you doing today? Great. Now, everybody, yes, she's in the room. If you're wondering, my mom is here and she's over there. Mom, you're not working on the claps, are you? Is that what you're over there doing? Oh, my goodness. Joyce, what am I do? Joyce, you said that you were out dealing with the animals this morning.
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock this morning.
Yep.
What kind of animals are we talking about?
The ones that I feed at 6 o'clock in the morning are sheep. They're show sheep.
Okay.
The little boy that I take care of sometimes, he's a showman, and he loves his sheep. Well, he likes his animals, period. But these are fancy sheep.
Okay.
Yeah, you know.
Now, I know nothing about showing sheep. Do you know how this works?
A little bit.
Okay.
You know,
okay.
you train them. You have to be able to put them in a certain stance. You know, it's called bracing. And so the judges look at that, and they look at their body shape to see if it's females, to see if they would be able to carry babies. Okay, you know, they have a certain frame that they look at. And,
oh, wow. So that matters.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, you know, it's just kind of interesting. I mean, this is only my third year being with sheep, but
okay,
it's I've learned a lot. Believe me.
A
lot.
That's what I would imagine. If you're helping somebody who is doing that you're learning something.
Oh, gosh,
yeah.
You know,
you're
like
part of that.
The first year I was feeding, and one of them got choked, and I knew nothing about a sheep getting choked. And the ag teacher was out of state, and I had to call her daughter. And I'm like, something's going on here. And you know, she's like, he's choking. And I'm like, well, what do I do? And so she told me to massage his throat. So the food would go down. And then, and I couldn't leave him for like an hour because in case he choked again and died. So it was pretty interesting. So now I'm like, Unchoke Patrol. It's like,
not choke patrol.
You know, take your time, eat, don't choke on me, you know.
Yeah.
But so, you know, I've learned a lot. I really have.
That's pretty interesting. Yeah, I've never thought about sheep choking. And then what would you do if the sheep choked?
Well, that's the other thing. You would have to drop a tube and
oh my.
And let them, it kind of like their bellies swell up. So you would have to put the tube down to express the air out. But I didn't have to do that, thank goodness.
Thank you.
I could have done that. Well, I could have, but, you know, I'm not really a tube dropper.
Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna pass on the tube dropping.
Yeah.
Everything else, I'll do my best.
I'll rub his throat. Yeah, but I'm not dropping a tube. Yeah.
But the sheep's okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, sheep made it. You learned how to care for a choking sheep.
Yep.
So, like, what a part of this do you enjoy, or is this just about you serving others? Like, is there a part of you like getting up in the morning and caring for animals? And
It's how I was raised.
okay,
I grew up on a farm. My dad was a farmer. So I enjoy animals. I enjoy their ability not to judge. I mean, they're just someone's taking care of them. So I'm serving them. And it's kind of a servant type heart to do that. And so, I mean, it doesn't bother me. Yeah, when it's 16 degrees and I've got so many layers of clothes on, I can't drive. I'm like the Michelin man, but it's it's okay. We just do it.
what do you think what would be something that most people wouldn't even be aware of when it comes to being raised on the farm?
Oh my gosh. It's so many things. But I grew up in it. So, it's just it was a natural thing.
Yeah.
You were trained. My siblings, they were older than myself. And so I was like the only child.
Okay.
And so my dad depended on me to be out there with him.
Okay.
In which that was good. My mom wanted me to be inside learning to do all the domesticated stuff. And I could care less about it. I mean, it was just... That was not me. I mean, I got kicked out of home ec in high school because I didn't want to wash the baseball boys' clothes.
Oh,
but anyways,
okay.
and so I had to find something else, and so I went into VOAG, and so it wasn't any. It wasn't any girls in there, so I'm kind of like one of those people, like, okay, let's do it.
Yeah.
So that was good.
So you kind of drawn to it. So
I am.
You'd rather be
really
outside
am.
and kind of be with the animals and all the farming thing, all those different things and stuff. So, I just imagine just getting up. I would really have to have some motivation to get up sometimes to care for animals. And I'm like, but you got to do it.
You have to do it,
Yeah.
My dad had a saying that that you didn't eat before the animals. So that was kind of a... if you want to have breakfast, you're going to go feed the animals first, But so every once in a while, I still think that, It's like when I'm laying in bed and the alarm clock's going off, and I'm like, am I going to eat breakfast today? Because if I'm not going to feed them, but not really. So I go out and I feed them, and come back, get ready for work,
Yeah. Now, tell me. How would you mentioned your family, siblings, things like that. If your family was sitting in that chair now, how would they describe Joyce?
Probably crazy. No, not really. They would say that I'm very disciplined, caring, ornery, pretty much that.
Yeah.
Hard-headed.
Yeah. All the above. Yeah. No. When you were a kid, what did you think about doing? Did you see yourself what you're doing now as far as in education and things? Like, what was it?
I wanted to be a veterinarian.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and God changed that, and so I went into physical therapy and did that for a long time, and got burned out about 13 years ago. Felt like that's when all the insurances started changing, and it became very corporate, and it's just kind of like I've done this long enough.
Yeah.
So. Believe it or not, I resigned from my job with not another job, but anyways.
I've heard of people doing that.
Right. And so this friend of mine, I had treated her, and she had broken her wrist, and so I had treated her and stuff like that. And so she was going to have a grandchild, and she's like, "You want to help me take care of him?" And I said, "Sure." I'm just like, "Yeah, well, I'm not working."
Yeah.
So that's how that journey started, and I, it was a God plan.
Yeah,
it really was. because I've learned so much just doing that, and it got me into education also. So, that
Okay, so the caring for the young man is kind of how you ended up, our boy or
yeah.
kid, and then
Yeah.
you kind of ended up in education
Right,
after that.
right.
Yeah.
I've always had that. You know how we have those things in the back of our head. It'd be fun. All of my cousins, they're all in education. My son went into education. I mean, yeah, I was just always around people, that was in education. And so then it just like when I was working with him, it was like, I really like this.
Yeah.
And I was at helping with the luncheon at Community, and Jeff Ball was there. Well, it was kind of like the teachers were all meeting there because the school wasn't finished, Charter Oak wasn't finished.
Yeah.
And so they had to meet at the church. And so I'm helping serve and da-da-da-da-da. And one of the teachers, Amanda Shipley, she came to me and she's like, hey, you want to do some subbing? And I'm like, I don't know. So anyway, she brings me to, introduces me to Jeff Ball. And he's like, hey, you know how Jeff is. He's just like, oh, da-da-da. He goes, can you go to administration? And I'm like, for what? And it was like all moving so fast. So
you were just like, wait, what's going on?
Yeah, overstim. And so I go to administration and get all that stuff fixed up. And the next thing, I'm getting a call to go get, my ID, all of my IDs and all of this stuff, my background check and all like that. And it was just like going fast. I'm like, what in the world? And so then I met with Doug Ogle. It was just all of this is going on like in 3 days.
Yeah.
And the next thing I knew, I'm getting a call and saying, okay, you're cleared. And I'm like, I'm cleared? Everything's cleared? You're ready. I'm like, okay. And so that Monday, I started to work. I was subbing, but it's like that Monday I started working. And so it was kind of like, okay. And then the subbing turned into a full-time position. And I'm like, do I really want to do this? But I did. And Jeff and I would talk about it, and we know that it was kind of it was a God thing.
Yeah.
Because he even mentioned, he goes, I've never seen paperwork move that fast.
Yeah.
And so that's all, I just think, no, I'm supposed to be here.
Yeah.
And so that was, and that journey began, and it's just, it has just blown up. I enjoy the kids, and it's just.
And they enjoy you.
I think so. Yeah. For most of it. Yeah.
For the most part. Yeah.
So they're pretty good.
Yeah. Tell me about where you grew up at. Like, where were you from originally before coming to Guthrie? Kind of tell us that journey of just your living spaces, your different spaces you lived in.
I grew up in Ada, where really a little community south of Ada called Stonewall. Not many people know about it. It's a very rural area.
Does Stonewall exist today?
Yes,
Okay.
it does. It's about, I don't know, maybe 20 people. No.
Okay.
It's very small.
It's amazing how you start meeting people in like all these different towns, and I guess it'd be similar like somebody saying they're from Langston. Like if a person didn't know Langston, like Langston or Coyle or Mohawk.
Right.
Yeah. So Stonewall.
Yeah, it's kind of like this.
Was there anything in Stonewall except houses?
No, it was a place called the Malt Shop, and it was a little hamburger place.
Oh, okay.
And you could actually go in and sit down, and it had the little. You wouldn't know anything about that, but the little, you know how the jukeboxes are, and you could press the songs from at the table.
Uh-huh.
It had one of those.
At the tables?
Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't know anything about. I don't know if I've ever seen them at the tables.
That was pretty cool.
Oh, okay.
We were big time.
Yeah, Stonewall, Oklahoma got the jukeboxes at the tables.
Yep.
That was big.
Yeah, it was big time. Oh,
now
big
does that building still stand? Is it still?
It stands, but it's empty.
Okay.
It's
now,
empty.
how far is Stonewall to Ada?
Probably about 25 miles.
Okay.
Well, where we lived, it was about 25. Yeah.
I almost feel like this may be more like Seward, Oklahoma. Like but Seward never even. Did Seward ever have a store?
It had a store and a post office.
Store and a post office. Okay.
We had
and
a
a
post
school.
And a one-room school.
Yeah, a one-room school.
Okay. It has a school, but I didn't go to school there. I went to school Oh, my parents, I don't know. But anyway, I went to school because all of my aunts and uncles, they lived in town in Ada.
Okay.
And so my cousins, they went to Bing School, which is north of Ada.
Oh, okay.
So, I'm going from one place to another. But anyways, that's where I attended school, where I got kicked out of home ec and the whole nine yards. That kind of traumatized me. No, not really. But so I went to school there.
Yeah.
Because my cousins attended there, and it wasn't a big deal. I mean, it was kind of a little far from where town was.
Were you riding a bus or?
Yeah, the whole bus.
Oh, really? So you was getting a bus from Stonewall to?
No, my dad would take me to Ada, and then I would catch the bus.
Got you.
Oh,
okay. It was a lot of traveling.
Yeah, it probably was all illegal. Because because
you weren't supposed to be going to school in Ada because you had school in Stonewall.
Right.
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
It probably was illegal, but it's okay. I graduated
it's done
from there.
Now.
So,
it's done now. So did you end up graduating from Ada High?
No, Bing.
Oh, Bing.
Yeah, Ada High was. Yeah, Ada High was our. We didn't care for people in Ada High.
Really?
That's where all the city people.
Oh,
attended.
so you was like
the country people.
The big city five people was Ada.
Yeah.
The low country people was Stonewall and Bing.
Yep.
So you went from Stonewall. So wait, they're taking you to Ada.
Uh-huh.
Then you get in, and then you end up going to Bing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. And it was,
So you graduated from Bing.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
What's
Pirates.
Bing's Pirates?
Pirates.
Oh, yeah. And how many people did you graduate with?
Oh gosh, we had the largest class, and it was 106 people.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was pretty big. But I think of course, it's grown, and it's kind of Bing is kind of its own little city now, little town.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they have fire department, store, couple of stores.
Does Stonewall, like, how many you would have graduated with? You think at Stonewall?
Probably 40.
Okay. You almost tripled the number over there in Bing. Maybe 40.
Yeah, maybe 40. Yeah.
Maybe 40.
It was just small, very small.
Yeah. No, that's cool. What do you think you enjoy most though about living like in a smaller? What were some cool things about living in small towns for you?
Back then, nothing was cool about it. But as I became older and I would think back on some of the lessons I learned and just that.
Yeah.
And so, when I got older, I always said I wanted to live in a small town, because it's just more community based, everybody kind of sticks to their own lane, but if you needed help, they would be right there, that kind of thing. So that's just kind of like country people are like that.
Yeah, I think most people, because I think I heard you say earlier, like you was ready to get out when you graduated.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Yeah.
And I went to East Central. That was in Ada, and so just big city of Ada, and so it wasn't that far from home, but I thought I was in New York City. It was just kind of like,
I've heard
man.
people talk about Ada and New York City being similar. Like,
oh yeah, of course, yeah. So, but that was a big thing.
Yeah.
And I wanted to be independent and all of that kind of stuff. You know how college kids are. They just And,
no, I say that because I remember whenever I graduated, like everybody wants to get out of Guthrie, and then I'm like, then you start learning to appreciate the things that your small town gave you. Yeah, and that you wanted for your children.
Yeah.
That's how we ended up back in Guthrie.
Okay.
Yeah. So
yeah, if I drive to Oklahoma City, well, as the country people call it, the city, I start getting all anxious.
Because the traffic, all the things.
Yeah.
For sure. Okay, so we do this thing called Top 5. And
Okay.
so I'm gonna give you top 5 places, and you gotta put it 1 to 5.
Okay.
Like this would be the number 1 place out of the 5. But here's the thing: once you place it in the 5, you cannot move it. Okay. So I'm gonna give you 5 cities.
Okay.
And you got 5 places to go to, and then you got to pick put it somewhere on. Okay. So the first one is Miami, 1 to 5.
One being I would want to.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
five.
the most. Okay. Boston.
4.
4. Hawaii.
3.
3. London.
Wow. Guess 2.
2. Okay. Japan.
Oh my gosh! Why can't I move him? I have to go with 1.
Yeah, you have to.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. Where would you have liked to seen on that list? What were some places you think like, oh no, I want to go?
Montana.
Montana.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I was thinking like, she wants to like Colorado, Montana, like some of these far out.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because you want to go to the country.
They just want to have space. Okay,
Yeah,
I just like that space.
Just to like to have some space.
Yeah.
I always have wanted to go to Montana because
Yeah.
have you ever seen the movie River Runs Through It?
Yes.
So I always, because the river runs through it, I wanted to fly fish and I wanted to go to
Oh
Montana.
yeah.
So one day we need to go.
Yeah. Okay.
Have you been already?
No.
Okay.
No. Never been.
Okay.
It's-
All right. So now we're gonna do either or.
Okay.
All right. Books or movies?
Books.
Do you have a book that you how do I say it, most suggest to others outside of the Bible?
I say this one because I'm so into special needs and stuff. But
Okay.
Temple Grandin, she has her doctorate in animal science and all this kind of stuff, but she's autistic, and she's managed to do all of this stuff with animals.
Okay.
And so she kind of developed, or not really developed, but she figured out that if you put pressure on autistic children, like gentle pressure on their bodies, it causes them to relax. And she figured that out when she was watching people, cowboys or farmers, working cattle. And they put them in a squeeze chute to give them shots or whatever. And the cow would calm down once it was,
Squeeze.
yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, it's my weird mind, but but I really like her.
Now, did you read that book because of your work that you do?
No, I didn't. I read it because of just knowing what she did, and
Okay.
I actually watched a movie about her.
Okay.
and that really intrigued me.
Got
And
you.
So
Got you. Comedy or drama?
probably drama. I like to laugh and everything, but I like to figure things out too.
Gotcha.
Like
So maybe a thriller even. Or
not too not scary thrillers.
Okay, yeah. But-
But they pulled a body up out of the ground
Yeah.
and tried to solve it. How it got there? I kind of like those.
That's your okay. I got you.
Told you, sick mind.
If you were to attend either a live concert or a music festival,
Ooh. Well, if this was a Christian group, it would be a music festival.
okay.
But if it's like Dr. Dre and Snoop,
You say the environment might not be there.
right. Not safe. That's what I tell my kids. Not safe.
That's fair. That's fair. Netflix binge or YouTube rabbit hole or neither?
Oh gosh. Oh, it has to be Netflix because these last 2 weeks.
Netflix now?
Oh,
I'm not I rarely, I'll watch movies, but not much. But over the last few days, I've caught up really watching movies that I've already seen before.
well, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
on
you know what
Netflix.
I did was
Actually,
oh,
I was maybe Amazon Prime.
those silly Hallmark movies.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
That's your
gosh.
jam?
Well, during Christmas, and they're the same thing over and over and over.
Yeah.
Over, and I'm just
Yes.
like watching them. Okay.
Most of them I have to wake up and rewind.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm like, oh my goodness, it's gonna take me 4 days. That's some of it because I just go to sleep on them.
Oh, I do too. That's why I don't go to movies, because I fall asleep in the theater.
yeah, for sure. All right, morning person or night owl? I know the answer to this. I think
Morning.
Morning.
Yeah.
Now, do you go to bed early?
I'm not really. Not really. I just, you know, it may be 10:30. If my coworkers would leave me alone and stop texting me, and I would probably go to bed.
You would go to bed, but y'all are up texting.
Yeah, we talk
chatting.
then. We're chatting.
Yes.
You know.
Coffee or tea?
Oh, coffee.
Do you ever drink tea?
Yes.
Okay.
Sweet tea.
Sweet
Cold.
tea. Okay.
Lots
Cold.
of ice.
Lots of Mom, you drink sweet tea, don't you? Yeah. I'm going to have to try sweet tea because I have not drank sweet tea in a long time, I guess, but people love sweet tea.
Yeah, it's a Southern thing, isn't it? I don't know.
City life or countryside?
Oh, country.
Is there any city, though, like...
Well, I've lived in the city. Denver.
Oh, Denver's a pretty big city.
Yeah, it is. It was not as large as it is now.
When you were there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was still crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was big enough.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I when we first moved there, I could recall that Ryan's father was a paramedic, and he worked for an ambulance place and stuff. And I got lost. You know, I've got this baby in the car, and I got lost. And so I had to call him, and I'm like, I don't know where I'm at, da-da-da-da. He goes, can you see the mountains? No, I'm downtown somewhere. So he'd asked me what the street was, and it was like in a really rough area, you know. And he's like, get out of there, please.
Just move.
Leave. And I'm like, which
drive.
way? Just drive. You'll find a freeway, you know. Just drive. And I'm
What?
like,
You could be somewhere in Denver and not see mountains?
well, because of the buildings.
Oh, okay.
The buildings, if you're in a certain, you know, if you're downtown, it's hard to see them. Well, it was then. I don't know what it's like now. I haven't gone back there in a long time.
Yeah. What was some of the things you liked about Denver?
The culture, you know, it's just such a variety of stuff. You
Yeah.
know, I mean, you can go from, you know, all the museums, and, you know, the mint is there, the that makes the money and stuff.
Okay.
And it's just cool. I mean, the downtown area was really cool.
Yeah.
So, but
Huh.
you know,
Denver. It's not that. How long of a drive is that from here?
about
11?
11 hours.
Yeah. Denver. I haven't been to Denver. I need to go. Beach vacation or mountain retreat? I think I know the answer.
Mountain retreat.
Montana.
I just don't like heat a lot. I mean, I liked. I mean, when my son and his family lived in Florida, they lived in an area called Venice, which was close to St. Petersburg. But you could, you know, the ocean. I mean,
Okay.
and I like to go to the beach just to see like the sunset.
Oh, yeah.
You know, because that's just, you know, you got the sun and you've got that water out there, and you're
Yeah.
just thinking,
Beautiful.
gosh, can you imagine a hurricane?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that's just, but it's beautiful.
Yes.
But I couldn't live there, or, you know.
Yeah. It's always amazing when I go to the ocean. You can just look out and there's nothing but water. You can't see any land.
Right.
It's just
Yeah.
crazy.
I mean,
crazy.
it's kind of, it's a, you know, you could have a Moses moment there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just crazy.
Yeah. It's beautiful.
Cooking at home or dining out?
Cooking at home.
Okay.
Yeah. I like to cook.
Oh, what's your favorite thing to cook?
Oh, gosh. Meatloaf.
You put ketchup in your meatloaf, or what do you put in your?
Yeah. A little
Yeah,
bit.
a little
and then
bit.
tomato paste.
Okay.
Yeah.
You do a little bit of both. You put cornbread? Wait, crackers.
You can do cracker. I use oatmeal. So it's just,
Oatmeal. I don't know if I ever.
I'm going to have to make one.
Yeah, you got to make one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me put that on my reminder so you won't forget.
Okay.
Okay, casual comfort or dress up?
Ooh. Probably casual.
Casual.
Yeah.
Text
If I have to dress up, that's okay.
Yeah, but you'd rather,
Yeah.
yeah, chill. Text message or phone call?
phone call. I like to hear people talk. I like to talk to people.
Mom, are you a phone call or text?
Yeah. I mean,
It just depends.
Yeah.
Yeah, but call would be the preference.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you ever think of a time did you ever think there would be a time where it's like text message, like you don't even make phone calls or there'd be no phone in your house?
Right. No, I never thought, growing up, the fun part about having a phone in the house, because you had that huge long cord and you could walk around and talk to your friends. But I never thought it would be to where we're at
It's just
now.
crazy, yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Like to be able to live in this time to where you go from no email, no text, no FaceTime.
Right.
Like, did you ever think you'd be FaceTiming somebody?
No.
The Jetsons.
That's what it is. I mean, it's cartoons that you watched and you're seeing it. It's like the real thing now. I mean,
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah, it is. It's nuts. My son didn't know so Zell, my son, when he had his baby, they were in the hospital room and the phone started ringing. He didn't know what it was. Oh gosh! He was standing right next to his ringing. I said, "You gonna get that?" And he's like, "What is that?" I said, "Pick it." Like that is crazy to think about.
Oh yeah. Gosh.
That is so nuts. Are you planning ahead or spontaneous adventures?
I like to plan ahead.
Okay.
Yeah. Give me at least 24 hours.
That's planning ahead 24
Well,
hours.
I mean, with some
I guess
of my,
it's more than like, let's go.
You got to think about, I'm around educators and they're kind of spontaneous.
Yeah.
Some of them.
Yeah.
Some of them are planners, but I found out that my best work is done with 24-hour notice.
Okay.
For planning.
Yeah. It look
Kind of don't have time to think about it, and I mean, get all worked up.
for sure.
Yeah. So.
To be an educator, though, there has to be some of that spontaneous, right? Because you just never know what may happen in the classroom.
Yeah. Oh,
Especially I would say even more so dealing with young kids.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You never know.
You never know. You can have a plan.
Yeah.
Which
but
probably
it's-
just puts you at ease, though, to have the plan going into it.
Right. But it's going to change. I mean,
Yeah.
you just kind of have that right there. It's going to change. You can have everything all written down and how you're going to do 8 o'clock, 8:30, 9:30, whatever. And it's somewhere between 8:30 and 9:30. Some kind of hiccup's going to come.
Yeah.
And so you're going to have to go, change it.
Yeah.
So I think that's what keeps it exciting. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. So the spontaneous, like not knowing too, kind of makes it exciting, but you still want to, again, go have a plan, come into it. But it's some of that day to day being different for you makes being an education fun.
Yeah, because it's going to change.
Yeah.
I mean, it really is. I mean, it's best laid. They say the best laid plans. And I can understand that. It's just
Yeah.
some kids. I mean, even if you have it, I'm a little different than actually being in the classroom, but you can. I always tell. I told Mr. Ball and I told Miss Carpenter that academics will come because these children, so many of them have so much baggage. And so the academics will come, but you've got to make them feel safe first. And then they're willing to do the academic part. That's my big thing. So I got off track, didn't I?
No, that's good. That's good. I was part of a book that we wrote. I wrote a chapter in this book called Hallway Leadership. And we just talked about the importance of the hallway as a principal, the importance of a hallway interacting with teachers, but then also the importance of interacting with students. And I think some of that's where you do let them become familiar with you, know that you're safe. Like just interacting outside of the classroom sometimes can help
Oh, yeah.
build that bond and trust.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
what are some tips that you use? We go back to or either or, but what are some tips that you do use in the classroom or in your education experience to help make kids feel safe?
Gosh, I don't know. I just talk to them. I always ask them, like on Mondays, I'm like, how was your weekend? What'd you do? Da-da-da, you know, and most of them will say, oh, I played games on my PS, whatever it is, 5 or whatever it is. And I'm like, really? I said, did you go outside, you know, and we'll talk about that. No, I just stayed inside. Oh, okay. Well, let's go outside now. I mean, I do little crazy things like that, so they know that, you know, so many of them think adults are just kind of dry.
Yeah.
And I just act silly with them. And that's how they relax, you know, and feel safe. I mean, you know, because I have some kids that they don't feel safe.
Right.
And so we just kind of bond like that.
Then that allows for them to be more relaxed, to be able to learn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be comfortable. I mean, you know, I could, you know, a lot of the teachers and even Miss Carpenter, you know, they'll come in my room and I've got 4 kids over on 2 big old bean bags and they're doing their work, but you know, it's just so conventional. You know, they're not at a desk; they're over there and just kind of kick back, but they're doing their work, and that's okay with me.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
So,
As long as they get it done.
yeah.
Yeah. Small gatherings or big party?
Small gatherings. Yeah. It's more comforting.
Yeah. Yeah. You can interact better. I was thinking about this. This is off the subject really, but we were talking about going out. You said, hey, did you go outside this weekend?
Yeah.
And I was thinking the other day I was walking through Guthrie and it was just like no kids anywhere. I felt like for miles, like, you know,
Right.
It's like I walked everywhere and there was no kids. And I was just thinking like, man, when I grew up, we were on our bikes. There'd be hundreds of kids. Like you would see kids walking, playing football in the streets, all the things.
Right. It's not
And so
there
when you
enough.
said, did they go outside? I would imagine most of them that's a no,
Yeah.
because you just don't go outside anymore.
Yeah.
My son's closest friends are people they met on their games.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah. So like if I was to ask Zell and Kenneth, my sons, who their closest friends are, they both probably mention somebody who doesn't live here and that they met through games.
Wow.
Which is crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Because then
Yeah.
you think about like, you don't get to stay all night with your friends. You don't get to. I guess they maybe see, because if they're on the games all night, maybe they see that as staying the night. But
They're on it all night.
yeah,
Probably.
it's just crazy. Okay, small gather. So you're a small gathering person. Save money or spend on experiences.
I like to try to save money.
Yeah, try to hold on to that.
Yeah.
Are you flying or are you invisible?
Ooh. Am I flying or invisible? Ooh.
This says a lot of. Before you answer, I just want to let you know that this says a lot about you, whichever one you pick.
Okay. Wow. I want to say invisible because I'm kind of one of these people that are like to do things behind the scene.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm invisible.
You're at least you prefaced it, like you gave an explanation that most
Right,
I'm like,
behind
why?
the scenes,
Yeah, because
yeah.
most people are like, why do you want to be invisible? That's kind of
Yeah, it is weird.
but
But I just, that's just the way I've always been. It's like, okay,
but you're saying like I want to be behind the scene, like I don't want anybody. I don't need no credit. I just want to work behind the scenes.
Right,
Yes,
right,
yes,
right,
yes. Most people don't have that answer. They just want to be nosy.
oh gosh, now I have my moments. No, but I do. I like to. I guess I don't like to get a lot of. Oh, you did a great job. I mean, not like that, but if we're doing a performance or
Yeah.
something, I want all of it to go to the people who are performing, even though if I wrote it or if I,
Yeah.
directed it or whatever, I want it to go to them because they did all the work.
Gotcha. Makes sense.
I don't know. That's just crazy, but
No, it makes sense. I like
yeah.
that. Past or future?
Ooh. Well, my past is going to define my future. I would use both of them. No. Wow. The past is a learning. I guess I can say past because I learned from the past.
Yeah.
I know
What
that's
not
kinda-
to do
Yeah.
for the future?
Yeah.
Do you have somebody in the past that you want? Who's somebody in the past that you would want to have lunch with today?
Oh, my dad.
Okay.
My dad.
What would y'all talk about?
Oh my gosh. Talk about the world as it is and how to protect yourself from getting involved in worldly things.
Yeah.
My dad was a minister,
Okay.
so I know it's kind of weird. All of my dad's side of the family, they were ministers, and so anyways, yeah, preachers' kids.
Yeah.
But yeah, we would talk about that and probably farming and I don't know, just what's important.
Did your dad wear overalls?
Oh, he did. He did.
I just felt
And
like
a
he was
Stetson hat. That's the cowboy hat, but it was a Stetson.
Okay.
That's what he did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I recall a time that we went to look at pickup trucks, and he was going to get me one for my graduation or whatever. And so we went to a couple of places. We actually came up here to Oklahoma City to a place. And so we were looking at them, and we found one. And so, the salespeople, the salesman was kind of weird. And he's like, well, I don't know if you could afford that one, kind of, because my dad had his overalls on,
In the Stetson.
And it was stereotyping, basically. And so my dad's like, what do you mean? And he goes, well, I just don't think you like that. And then my dad goes into this whole thing. Well, I have X amount of acres and da-da-da-da-da. You don't think
Yeah.
And so my dad was one of these people that he was going to prove a point. And so he said, okay, how much is it? Da-da-da-da-da. And that's when pickups were not like $80,000.
Oh my goodness, they're so expensive now.
And so anyway, the guys, my dad said, get the paperwork. Da-da-da-da-da. He goes, you want to finance it? No. My dad says, no. He goes, well, how are you going to pay for it? And my dad pulls out, do you remember the bank bags?
Yeah.
He pulled out one of those, and he goes, well, let's do it, and threw the bag on the thing.
Oh my.
The guy unzips it, and he's like, oh, okay. And so it was like, he proved a point. I've got overalls on, and and I probably got hay all over me or something. But I'm going to buy this.
Yes,
Stop
yes.
stereotyping.
Yes. I remember those men
Yeah.
growing up. Like those old men who come in overalls have worked hard and probably have done well saving and it just doesn't look the par.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Never judge a book by the cover.
Exactly.
Kind of thing. Pizza or tacos?
Ooh, pizza.
Summer or winter?
Winter.
All right.
Winter. Yeah.
Winter.
Even though it's super cold and everything.
Oh
But
my
I don't like to
goodness.
sweat.
Yeah. Here's my thing. I always like when the summer's here and it's really hot, I'm like, oh my goodness, let's get it. Then now that it's cold, I'm like, oh my goodness, where's the summer? But really, I just need the fall weather.
Fall. That's,
I need the fall weather to stay. But see, I don't know how that impacts. I got to think about agriculture. Like, does that prevent things from growing? Like all the things?
No, because you've got your wheat in the ground already, your winter wheat, and and so it's doing okay. And you've already got your hay put up for the winter, and so it doesn't affect it that much.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just thinking about that. But all right, here's another question that's really going to tell about who you are. Okay, you ready?
Okay.
Would you rather be famous or wealthy?
Ooh.
Take your time.
Okay. Famous.
Oh.
And I say famous because I want to be famous for things that I've done for people. the impact. It's not like, I don't need a star on Broadway or whatever.
Yeah.
But I just want to be famous on that side.
Yeah.
The more common side.
What you're known for, like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
good. Some people say wealthy, but then some people talk about famous. Like you can do a lot with. In the Bible, it talks about Jesus' miracles. Like when he did a miracle, then it says his fame grew. I think there's a couple of scriptures that use that word fame grew, and it's because of that he's able to help the gospel spread. And so like sometimes fame can be used for the right thing. I think we just think about famous people sometimes and don't think about. But if you use it the right way, you can make a difference. Right. I don't know if Mother Teresa was rich, but she's definitely famous.
Oh my gosh! Yeah.
And I think because of her fame, she's been able to do some really cool work.
Yeah.
Because of what she was known for.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And so you can make a difference there. That's really good. All right. Tell me a little bit about being a mom. What has that been like for you? Raising children, or one? You got one. One.
Yeah.
Raising a son.
Yeah.
Like, what was that for you like?
It was interesting. I mean, a boy mom, but I think I've done better with a boy than I would have a girl, because she would have been sassy probably, and I couldn't deal with that. Boys are more, wanting to take care of their mom and that kind of stuff. But raising my son, it was hard. We had some hard times and stuff like that, but because I was a single parent, and that was back when I was too proud to ask for help, and if I did ask for help, I usually got denied. But anyways, it was hard, but it all paid off. It really did. He's a good person. He wants to help people. I don't know. I hope he would say that I did pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it hard to what's the word I'm looking for? Detach because it was just you and him?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
I'm assuming it was just like you had that moment, that season of life where it was just the two of you. So then
all
he
the
becomes
time. And it was a thing that older he got and the more involved he got, I was kind of like, oh, you're Ryan's mom, and and that was, I loved that, to be known as that, but when he grew up, got grown, became grown and started his own life, and it was like, okay, when I'd go somewhere, they're like, oh, and I was waiting for them to say, oh, you're Ryan's mom, but it's just that weirdness there.
Yeah.
And I had to find my own identity, literally, because my identity was with him.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if that makes sense, but
no, it makes sense. My mom raised me, a single mom, so I would imagine that I can see that.
Yeah, you have to kind of find, when they grow up and get their own life, you have to find your identity, in a sense. I don't know. It's a whole different, yeah.
For me,
Yeah.
because I was the second of 13 children.
Oh,
And
gosh.
I always saw children being developed and
Yeah.
growing up. And so the life experience,
Mm-hmm.
seeing that was just, to have a child was just blended right in.
Right.
What you've been doing.
Right.
Yeah, my mom too. Like my mom's still around me.
Yeah.
She
Right.
She probably doesn't get that just as much as you probably.
Right.
Yeah,
And it's funny because he'll have moments. Well, I say he has moments, but he'll just call out of the clear blue.
Yeah.
And of course, being a mom, I'm like, if it's like 2:00 in the afternoon, and being a mom, you're like, what's wrong?
Yeah.
He's I'll just call to say hi, and check on you, and I'm like, oh, okay. And I'm thinking, Joyce, you got to relax a little bit. Just relax.
Yeah. Now, where did he graduate from?
Carl Albert.
Carl Albert.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
I know. It's
wow,
just,
we let you in the Guthrie. Did they know that when you applied
no,
for
they
it?
didn't. They didn't. No. No, they didn't know that.
Carl
I wouldn't have
Albert.
gotten hired. I know. And I have a nephew that actually, he used to coach for Carl Albert football.
Okay.
And during the time he was coaching, I actually went to a game. And so he was, I saw him, and I was over there on the sideline not sideline, but talking to him before the game started. And Dr. Simpson and Mr. Ball, they were sitting in there, and Mr. Ball's like, "What are you doing over there?" And I'm like, "That's my nephew." And he goes, "What?" And I'm like, "But I'm over here."
But
okay?
I'm over here. Yeah, I'm not sitting on the other side. Yeah.
Gosh, yeah, that was always,
Yeah, that's good. That's good. What's something you're really into right now?
Ooh. I know this sounds repetitious, but Jaylee and I, one of the teachers, we are starting ag in the classroom. And we have Fun Fridays. It's Fun Farm Fridays. And we teach the kids something about farming. Okay, so it's kind of a passion right now that I want kids to know where their food comes from. I want them to know what everything that farmers go through. I know when I first started, I asked them, I said, where does your bread come from? And they're like, Walmart. And I said, well, where is it before it comes to Walmart? Another Walmart. And I said, oh. And
Another Walmart.
where do you think it was before then? I don't know. And I'm like, okay. So, it's just, to me, it's just important to know that. And Miss Daly, she's on the same path.
Yeah.
She wants them to know. Well, she grew up in agriculture, and so she's a lot more wiser because she's younger. So she's more wiser to the updated agriculture.
The way things are done now.
Yeah. And I'm old school. And but anyways, we have a little garden area in the back of the school.
Oh, okay.
Planter raised gardens.
Yeah.
And so I'm looking forward to this spring because I couldn't do it last spring and because I was on a trip.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
but I'm looking forward to that because I think the kids will be really into it.
Yeah.
Because we're going to start the seeds inside and then eventually move them outside.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I got another round. This is called fill in the blank.
Oh, okay.
Okay. If I could teleport anywhere right now, I'd go to.
Ooh.
We can end up anywhere right now. We just be there.
Heaven.
Heaven.
But I want to come back. I mean, I'm not ready to be there. I just want to see people.
That's good. I never heard that. I want to go, but I want to come back.
Yeah.
You gonna get there and ain't gonna want to come back. I don't think that's a place you go to and then you like, oh, I want to go back. You can be like, yeah, I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm
I
good.
told you I'm crazy. Crazy thoughts.
Good. That is a fun thought. I think that's a fun thought. The one thing I never leave home without is.
It's sad to say, my phone.
Your phone.
Yeah.
I was gonna say because you're pretty like low key. Like I don't see
yeah,
you with
I don't
whole,
like purses.
you never have. Yeah, you don't
You
ever
know.
have a whole bunch of stuff in your hand.
No.
When I see you, my dream dinner guest is.
Ooh. Jesus.
Jesus. See, I normally would say other than Jesus. I forgot to say it. I knew Jesus because everybody says Jesus.
They
That's
do?
a good. That's
Well,
a good dinner
I was going to
guest.
say
That's a good dinner
President
guest.
Obama, but
Oh, President Obama.
Yeah.
What would you talk to him about?
oh my gosh. The conditions and his swag. He and his wife's swag. I mean, they're such a, for kids to look up to.
They just feel really
that's
cool.
Just yeah.
The best piece of advice I've ever received is
Be yourself. Be yourself.
I like that. That's kind of hard to do sometimes.
It is, but I'm trying to do that more.
Yeah.
You know.
So even to think about like at your age, you know, you're not 2019
Right,
anymore,
right.
but it's still something that we as in our
Adults.
older, yeah.
I mean, because it's easy to, I say it's easy. Compare yourself when you get a certain age. I mean, not compare, but kind of compare. That like, oh, well, that person is 60 plus and they're doing okay.
Yeah.
You know, they're ready for retirement. And I am too, but I don't feel like it's time. I mean,
Yeah.
because I don't think I've done what I'm supposed to do.
Right.
You know, it's a lot of things that I feel like I haven't completed.
People are working longer now, though.
Oh, they are, yeah.
I always tell people, I heard T.D. Jakes once say that he was at a dinner with somebody who was older than him. And I mean, at this time, I think he was, I can't remember, 60 something or something like that. And he was with a person, and I guess T.D. was talking about retiring and being finished. And he says the guy leans over to him, somebody that he respects and all this. And he says, oh man, how did he say it? He's like, the most important work I've ever done was after 70. You know, and so it's kind of like people are not. You think about it, the last couple of presidents were 75 plus,
Right.
And so my dad is 70 something, and I'm like, would you please quit dreaming? Like he's still trying to create. He wants to start a school. He's like trying to build these big old projects, and he's 70 something. Yeah, yeah. It's like so, and I think too, like when you stop, if you stop doing stuff, you die.
I think so. You know, it's just. I really thought, you know, after I went on my trip and was going back to school, I thought, am I going to be able to do this? You know, and, you know, do I have the strength to do this or whatever? And you know, it's just like, you know, I had this revelation. It's like, yeah, you know, why did I keep you here?
Yeah.
You know, you're not finished. So, So I have to constantly, you know,
remind
myself of that.
But going back to that, like it is, as an adult, we still can have the thing of like comparison and having challenges with just being ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah. My favorite way to relax after a long day is
sit on my couch in pure quietness. For about 30 minutes. That's all I need.
30 minutes.
30 minutes. That's all I need.
30 minutes, and then you passed out. You mean sleep.
I need it for about 30 minutes. And I might fall asleep, and it turns into an hour. But anyway.
Yes.
But yeah, just 30 minutes.
Yeah. What's something like your guilty pleasure? Like, what's something that chocolate, your sweets?
Bread.
I know that bread. I got to give up bread in 2026. I just got to. At your age, do you have a role model?
Oh, gosh. Let's see. Role models.
Who are some people that you look? Do you have people that you look up to?
I do. My daughter-in-law, she's amazing. A couple of my cousins, I really look up to them.
Yeah.
And we're all at the same age and stuff, but I still look up to them. It's just, my son, I mean, he's amazing.
Yeah.
And so, that just kind of keeps me, those people keep me grounded, I should say, to say, okay, yeah, you're good. You're good. You're doing what you're supposed to do. You're okay.
Yeah.
Because we go through that thing of, am I doing what, I don't know. You just have those doubts sometimes.
Yeah.
And then you get that affirmation that you're cool. You're all right.
Yeah. No, that's good. Do you have a moment like that you would like to relive back from when you were younger or just any time? Do you have some of those nostalgia moments? Is that how you say that? Like, man, I wish.
I think that this simplicity of when I was growing up, it was just simple. Not saying that it couldn't be simple now, but we have other things, and that's why I think that I like to be around kids. It's because most of them are still pretty simple.
Yeah.
And, I want to introduce things that'll keep them simple for a while.
Yeah.
Just the simplicity,
They get exposed to stuff so soon,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It makes life so complicated.
Right.
Where, it used to be a lot more simpler
Yeah.
than what it is now.
Let's play with Barbie dolls. That kind of stuff. I don't think
yeah.
girls play with Barbie dolls anymore. I don't think so. I don't know.
Yeah. It's hard to get to simple, though.
It is. And I'm still trying to figure out how to do that.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah, I like to think that I want to work towards being a minimalist, and it's not easy.
It's not. It's, you've got surrounding things that influence you.
Yeah,
Or try to
they
influence
tell you different.
Yeah.
That's not like living in Guthrie. I just ride a bike.
Yeah. Yeah, you can
Or
ride your bike and
Ride
stuff.
a bike to work, and I mean you can do that in other places too, but it's just easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, simple living. What's something you're grateful for right now?
To be alive.
Yeah,
My church, my family,
yeah,
my animals. No.
yeah.
But yeah, just that.
You said like this time last year, like going into the new year,
Oh my God.
looked a lot different.
Oh
for you.
gosh. I don't even remember it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So can you tell a little bit of that story? Like
Oh gosh, yeah. I went in for gallbladder surgery, and I don't know, my whole world turned around with complications and stuff. And I guess I was trying to leave this world, and I that's what people tell me.
Yeah.
As I say, I don't remember a lot of it. The things I do remember, they were all hallucinations. So
Yeah.
I'm not going to talk about it. But it was.
You went in for the surgery when?
It was like
November?
Early December.
Early, okay.
Yeah.
It was real early December. 13th? Why do I don't know if December.
Well, I went back in on the 13th.
Okay, I was about to say.
I had the surgery, and then I went home, and this never really bounced back, and continued to get weaker and more confused and stuff, and ended up going to the emergency room, and then they sent me to Oklahoma City, and I don't know how long I was there, but then I was in Tulsa, and I don't know when I got there. But, it's just all just, kind of a blur, but I remember certain things. And I was in the hospital for 6 months or so, and a long time.
A long time.
And so.
Do you remember getting out?
Huh? I do remember going home. But I.
Like when was that? What month was that?
May.
Wow.
Yeah.
Be in the hospital from December to May.
Yeah. That was quite, and it was just kind of like, and then I didn't realize just how, I knew I was sick, but I didn't realize how sick I was.
Yeah.
Really sick. And then I got my medical records, and I started reading, and I'm like, oh, okay, this is not good, because I was septic, and like my doctors, when I go visit them now, the first time for checkups, and they 3 of them would walk in the room and said, "I didn't think I was going to see you again," and when 3 of them tell you that, it's like, ooh, okay,
yeah,
and
this is real.
Yeah, this is all real, and so it was just one of those. One of the doctors told me that he hadn't seen a case like mine since he was in med school. And I'm like, what in the world, and with me being septic, they said people don't usually recover from that, and I just, I really thank God. Just for his guidance, with the physicians.
Yeah.
I had 2 female physicians, and they told me, they said, we weren't going to give up on you. We prayed with you while we were trying to save you, you know, and, You know, one of them, she's just like, we're not gonna let her go.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking I was dying. Oh my gosh, that must have been when I was having that really weird hallucination. I don't know. But yeah, it was pretty intense. And then, you know, like I say, now I read my medical records, not like a book, but I just kind of check on it. Yeah,
You glimpse just to remind yourself?
Well, I guess I just
Or to believe what you hear?
to believe, you
Yeah.
know, because, you know, when you hear, you know, like some of the kids, I mean, ladies at work, and it's like, man, you know, we didn't think we was going to see you again. And I'm like, I just had, you know, I guess it's really hard to believe that the
Yeah.
condition I was in.
Yeah.
And so, you know, I just thank God now that I wake up every morning and I'm able to go do what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah.
What he saved me for.
Yeah.
You know, and try to figure out what it was. But,
Yeah.
you know.
Did anybody take pictures of you?
Oh gosh, yeah. You know, they won't show me. I mean, every once in a while, my niece, she'll send me a picture, and I'm like, I was really on a trip. I don't know. I'm like just laying there, like I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, it's not funny, but it is funny just to be able to see you here and talk to you, because I just know I remember going,
Yeah.
like we were coming to see you, and I'm like, I remember like one time I was like, that's not Joyce in there.
Yeah.
Like you just looked so different,
Yeah.
and just the way you were talking.
Oh, I
and-
can only imagine.
Oh
you know.
my goodness.
I even asked one of the doctors. I said, was I mean or what? He goes, well, you know, you were under a lot of medication. I
He
said,
didn't want to say yes.
he didn't want to say yes or no, you know. And I can remember some of the things of, you know, like saying, no, I'm not going to do that or whatever,
Yeah.
you know, like for physical therapy. Leave me alone. Just leave me alone.
Yeah.
No, I'll walk when I get ready to walk. I'm
Right.
not going to walk now, you know. So I know I probably wasn't too friendly, but, you know, like the doctor said, I was on a lot of meds.
I can say that you were never mean to me.
Good.
Yes, I think
You know.
I would show up and you were always on your best behavior.
Good, good. I mean, I can remember some people coming in, and I'm like, wow, you really like me? Like a couple of teachers came in. I'm like, you like me, don't you?
Yeah, you had
But-
teachers and everybody.
Oh
coming.
gosh, yeah. You know,
Yeah,
Yeah,
Jeff
they-
was so concerned.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
He was calling me, texting me, you know.
Oh yeah. You know, that's something I got to say about Mr. Ball. He's going to be there
Yes.
regardless.
Yeah.
You know, regardless.
Yeah.
There's just a lot of people that were there, and you know, I greatly appreciate it. I mean, it's just I can't even imagine who all. And I know everybody was praying, and that was the
for
thing.
sure. Yeah.
You know, it
Had
was
to.
just lots of prayer. You know, when you have not a superintendent, but a principal to say, oh, we prayed for you. We made a circle and we prayed for you a lot. I mean, this is in a school that you're
Yeah.
doing this, you know. Don't tell me that you can't mix religion and school. No, I bet that's beside the point.
Yeah. Yeah, no, they were praying. They were
and
concerned.
it just makes me feel that, the power of prayer, number one, is just, I kid with my son. I said, because I'm gray, but I was not this gray, and I said, I had a Moses moment. I said I went somewhere, and I said I came back just as white-headed as all get out. I said I hope this is knowledge,
It is. It's
like,
experience.
Oh my
It's
gosh!
wisdom.
I tell you what, I was just like, wow. I have my tablets with me.
Oh man.
But, yeah.
Yeah. No.
It was quite an experience. I just call it a trip,
Yeah, no. I've heard you say that a couple of times.
Yeah,
Like,
I call it a trip.
I was on my trip.
6
months.
6 months trip. Yeah, sabbatical.
Sabbatical.
Yeah, I told, I don't know who I was talking to, and I said, yeah, when I first went in there, I guess I was just making reservations. I don't know, but I said
To come back.
yeah, and then they told me, oh gosh, it's taking off. You better get on there, So, but yeah, it was an experience, but
Yeah.
it was, it's reminds me that how fragile our life is.
Yeah.
That we need to take care of ourselves and, just be there.
I didn't know what septic was until your situation. I had never met anybody or just never heard the word.
Right.
And so whenever we found out and I started telling people like, oh, she's septic, they would it would be like, oh, so-and-so is septic and they died. You know, like,
Oh, yeah.
And it was like becoming real to me. Like, and then they were explaining to me what septic was. I was like,
Right.
oh my goodness.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so I think to have watched the journey and you come out of that, it's like
Right.
you now have such an amazing testimony of what,
Oh, yeah.
you know, what God
And it's
can
like,
do.
I'm here, you know, I'm here. And, you know, it's kind of like you say, I'm here, and what do you want me to do?
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah.
You questioning.
I think not losing that, you know, like that's the key. Because as you come out of it, I know there's other people who've had a similar, and it's kind of like what am I here for? And then they kind of lose that. But just keep that journey going.
Oh, yeah. You
Yeah.
know, I just, you know, yeah. And it's, you know, I've had to make some lifestyle changes, but it's okay.
Yeah.
You know, because I'm here.
Yeah, right.
You know,
right.
I can make those changes.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I eat
It's
my
good.
favorite foods, but no, I can't tell.
Yeah, for sure. What's some of the ways that you would suggest to others to give back to their community? What are some cool ways you?
Be present, be intentional, and just use a lot of discernment and go out there. Just
Yeah.
you know, find the need or find the what you need to do, what you like, or I mean, there's so many things you could look around in the community and say, hey, do we need a once a week tutoring for these kids that can't stay after school, but they can, come and do some work or just be around, socialize them in a positive way.
Yeah, it's good.
I don't know.
It's good. We have that sign behind you. Choose Guthrie. What does it mean to you?
Choose
To
Guthrie.
choose
It's the small town, and it's I used to always consider myself an outsider, especially since I was reading for Carl Albert. But anyways, but no, I think the small town atmosphere and the people. The majority of the people that I have met, they've just been so down to earth and just there. It's a fun place.
Yeah.
It's really laid back. And, it's just good people here.
Yeah, good. Joyce, thank you for the conversation.
Yeah,
I appreciate you.
it was fun.
So thankful for you. And so, do you have any last words? Any shout outs you want to give?
Oh, hey, Guthrie Public School.
Yeah.
You know who you are,
Yes.
But no, it's been fun.
Good. There you go. You got your clap. She did
Okay,
it. She
good.
did it. Way to go, Mom. Wow.
So she's on it, isn't she?
She's on it. She's good. She's been working it for a while. She's
I
been
got to
trying
hang out with her.
Yeah, she's been
I might
trying
learn
to-
something on that phone. Jeez.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for hitting that play button for another episode of the Guthrie America podcast, where we're on a mission to have a conversation with everyone who does life in Guthrie, who's from here. The question I always love to end with is, will yours be next? Go in.